Hey everyone, it's Natalie from This and Nat, or All of This and Nat over on Instagram. I'm a wife and dog mom living just outside of Dallas, Texas. Today I'm taking you through the process of cleaning my crowded fridge. You'll get to see all the ups and downs and struggles I had, and hopefully gain some motivation to clean with me. Okay, you guys, I am excited to get cleaning today. I'm standing here in front of my refrigerator because I'm going to be cleaning out not only my refrigerator plus the freezer here, but also the freezer. We have like a small full-size freezer in our garage. So I am going to be pulling literally everything out today and going through all of it and just kind of cleaning out the inside of the refrigerator, the freezer, arranging things in a better way for us. I'm also going to kind of take an inventory of what we have or what we need. My goal here is really to have, well, one, to get like a fresh start. I just feel like you need to clean out your refrigerator every once in a while completely, just to see what you have. But I just want to have a refrigerator that is stocked full of things that are more ingredients that we can use, put together meals easily all the time. I'm also really excited because I'm collaborating today with Rebecca. Her channel is Rebecca Hughes. Rebecca lives in Tennessee with her husband Tyler and their little boy Kyler, and I love her channel. She makes mommy videos and cleaning motivation videos. She's also going to be cleaning out her fridge. What's funny is we're filming on exactly the same day. We're going to be posting together, so I'm going to have her video linked down below. But I just learned that she lives in Tennessee and I am from Tennessee. My family is still there just outside of Nashville, and I totally miss Tennessee. I went to school there, but yeah, anyway, maybe that's for another video. But here we go. I'm going to show you what it looks like now, and then we are going to pull everything out and get to cleaning. Okay, let's look inside this fridge. We have a couple things going on here. One, we just went to the grocery store, so our fridge is pretty full. Also, there's a lot of things in here that we actually are using, so I'm probably not going to get rid of a whole lot today. Every single trash day, we have 2 trash days a week. I look at everything and get rid of stuff. So I'm doing that pretty consistently, but there is some things we can probably get rid of. The other reason why our refrigerator is so full is because we have additional people here right now. We actually have 2 additional people, but usually our fridge looks pretty empty. But because we have a lot of their stuff from their fridge, that's why we have so many condiments right now and just all sorts of stuff. The freezer, actually I put a ton of stuff in there last night from, ew, we're gonna get rid of that too today. I put a ton of stuff in there yesterday, so it is like overwhelmingly packed. Okay. I wanted to zoom in a little better. Probably gonna move some of the stuff from this freezer to our freezer outside, especially like meat and stuff. I just want to have an organized space for it outside. I'm not going to be doing this today, but I'd love to get some tubs to put like different kinds of meat in the freezer outside. So let's go into the garage. Okay. We're in the garage, and here is our freezer. This thing was absolutely full at the beginning of quarantine. We had just plugged it in. You can see we still have bread from when like you couldn't get bread, but this whole shelf here used to be full of meat and we've just been using it. So we really need to restock it. I think we've got vegetables, meat, and then like more prepared stuff up top. So I'm going to be going through all of this today. All of this is less than 2 months old, so nothing needs to be thrown away. It just kind of needs to be more organized. And I'll probably bring the meat, like I said, from inside, outside here, get this bag out. Yeah, and just kind of wipe things down. I did clean this not too long ago, so it shouldn't be dirty. We've got no spills, luckily. But yeah, we're really, really fortunate to have this extra freezer outside. I can't wait to make more freezer meals this summer. I wanted to start by clearing all of the clutter off the counters, wiping them down, and giving myself some space to work. Those green eyes caught me. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a Friday night when I first kissed you. You struck me like lightning. You broke my chains and released me. I'm using my favorite granite cleaner, a mix of water, rubbing alcohol, and essential oil. In fact, I need to make a little more of this cleaner. I don't really measure anymore, but this is 1 part rubbing alcohol to 4 parts water, or a half a cup of alcohol and 2 cups water, plus 8 to 10 drops of essential oil. So I thought it might be a bit better for the refrigerator and the food if I go like section by section. So I'm starting with all of the door stuff, which I have here on the counter behind me, kind of in different sections. Like I've got my condiments, I've got our drinks, I've got our open things, and then just like butter. That's what we usually keep on the door. So I am going to go through all these items. Well, maybe I'll clean first so that it can be drying, and then I will go through all of these items and decide what's going back in, and then that section will be done. And I'll just do each maybe section, like I'll do the drawers of the fridge next, and then all of the shelves at the same time. That's kind of what I'm thinking, so let's get to that. I learned that my shelves will pop out, but it was kind of a struggle. I'm cleaning the inside of my fridge with my basic cleaning spray, which is a mix of water, vinegar, and essential oil. Why was somebody coloring inside the fridge? Do you think that'll come off with magic eraser? I'm gonna try. I decided to hand wash all of the shelves. This is what ended up taking me the longest out of everything. Every other month or so, I will spray and wipe down the shelves and cabinets in the fridge, but nothing works better than good old soap and water. But this part is so time consuming that it might only be a once a year thing for me, or just if there's a bad spill or smell, or maybe if you are moving. So what I'm gonna do is write down for us a kitchen staples list. And the purpose of this is to see what kind of ingredients do we like use often, and what kind of ingredients are things that we like used one time for one recipe and we kind of need to like stay away from those one-time use recipes. I'm also hoping to take from this list I'm gonna do this another day for sure, but I'm going to make a Google spreadsheet for us where I can look at like those basic things, like this, for example. We love this barbecue sauce. We use it a lot and make a lot of like barbecue chicken, barbecue pork, and I want to find like which grocery stores have it for the best price, or like when it goes on sale, I'll be like, okay, well, we use Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce all the time, so let me go ahead and get a few, keep them in the pantry, and then we know we're just like set on that. So that's what I'm going to use this list for, and I think I will share it with you on my blog. So if you kind of want a kitchen staples list for your fridge, you can find that over there. I'm going to get that made and up for you guys, so it'll be ready for this video. But I'm curious to, I love how it's staying like this, what is on your like kitchen staples list, because I'm sure depending on what kind of food you cook or like, everyone's is gonna be a little different. So I'm gonna get to work on mine here so then I can get everything back on those doors and continue on with the fridge. Let me feel your love again, 'cause I've been running round in circles screaming out your name. Take me to a different place, just the two of us. This is a staple nowadays. This has become my favorite, not my very favorite wine, my favorite cheap grocery store wine, Cupcake Pinot Grigio. It's so good. We buy like 6 bottles every time we get it because my mother-in-law and I love it. To be honest, I don't know why this is in the fridge. It says to store in a cool, dry place, so I don't know if it's safe now to take this out of the fridge. I'm guessing it just got put in there accidentally, but if it doesn't have to be in the fridge, it doesn't get to go in the fridge because that is prime real estate. So I'm gonna Google and see if I can take this out of the fridge and put it in the pantry, or if I just need to leave it in the fridge now that it's gotten refrigerated. So who knows? Without you by my side, let me feel your love again. Just the two of us. Okay, this is so much better. I don't know why I've never taken the time to move these shelves so that everything is easier to get to, but basically I've just evened them out a little more so it's a lot easier to get to stuff. Since we're using these the most, I gave us like the most space plus so we can fit wine bottles, and I moved our drinks, like our beer, down because we don't get to those as much, but everything is really easy to get to and it's all clean, so it's time to move on to the rest of the fridge. I'm gonna work from top to bottom because as I clean, crumbs will fall out and stuff, so if I start with the drawers, then crumbs will just fall into there. So I'm gonna do all the shelves and then all of the drawers, and we're gonna clean them all, and we might end up moving shelves. Well, actually, I don't think I can move shelves because I don't think these move, so never mind. Shelves have to stay, but yeah, we will work with what we can. And we just ate, so we have already removed some of the things from the fridge, which is awesome. Is anyone else shocked when they empty out a space and find that there is just so much stuff in there in the first place? I could not believe how much we truly had stored in our refrigerator once it was all out on the counters. It was a little tricky to wash these shelves. They were just a bit wider than my sink, and since they were made of glass, I was terrified of dropping them. We made it through somehow, but it was pretty scary. What's your go-to playlist for cleaning? I usually listen to anything that I can sing along to. So next up were the drawers. They were also sort of hard to get out. And who knew that the fridge could come apart into so many pieces? Look at all those crumbs. I clean this up so often and pull this drawer out and still, ew. Oh my gosh. Anyway, totally empty. When do you think was the last time that you cleaned your fridge? I usually wipe mine down every so often, but this is the first time in the 18 months we've had this fridge that I have cleaned it this well. So I'm down here scrubbing and I look up and I see this. And I'm like, what does that say? Clearly this label fell off and somebody put it back on upside down. And I just noticed that. Okay, I don't know what is more satisfying than this completely empty and clean fridge. I'm gonna close it so it can start to cool again. But behind me, oh my, hi buddy. Toaster's been napping on the job. This is kind of overwhelming, not gonna lie. We just have so much stuff, like it's unnecessary. It's another reason why I need to write things down, because when my mother-in-law moved in, I mean, I love her, she loves to stock up. So like, look at all this. Actually, this was an accident. We had a grocery order that got doubled somehow, and so we got like 2 of everything. We have so much cheese, we had to have 2 cheese drawers. So I'm gonna be going through this. Really everything is new, so we can't really throw much away, but I do wanna know what we have so we can start using it up and have a reasonable amount of stuff. You can see me trying lots of different things here. I tried a few different turntables from Copco to see what would help us with things that are stored far back in the fridge. I watched a video the other day that had this incredible fridge. It opened on both sides. You could literally swing the door open to the right, close it, and then swing the door open to the left. It was super, super cool. I'm checking expiration dates on everything just to be sure. There wasn't much that I needed to toss, but there were a few things that I put into the freezer just to prolong their life. So we had more to toss than I thought. That's the issue with having so much stuff in the fridge, like you can't even see everything. But this is what we have to keep. I really didn't have to get rid of that much. I just now need to figure out, oh, I need to wash all these drawers. Man, that's taking a long, long time. But I'm also putting together for my mother-in-law all the stuff that they brought from their house into like one kind of section so that it's easy for them to take back. It's not all of this stuff, but like a lot of the relishes, pickles we don't use. So they will take those with them when they move here in less than a week. So this is helping us to get organized. We seriously have way too much cheese. It's ridiculous. But a lot of this fresh stuff is for cooking this week, so it's good. We're gonna use that up fast. But yeah, it made me sad to have to throw away some things, but I'm gonna try to get all this washed and back in the fridge so that I can move on to the freezer. I'm hoping the freezer does not take as long as the fridge, because I'm actually surprised how long this is taking. Now, washing everything by hand, that's not something that I'm gonna do like as regularly as I do. Oh, it's driving me nuts in the background. Let me just turn away. That's not something that I'm gonna do as often as spraying things down. So like more, maybe once a month or so, I take everything out shelf by shelf and spray and wipe things down. But I think only like once or twice a year, I mean maybe twice, to actually wash things by hand. It just gets things so much cleaner, but it is a bear. So I'm gonna finish that up so I can get everything back in the fridge so it doesn't stay out too long. It hasn't been out very long. But then yeah, it's gonna look so good. I'm excited to show it to you guys. Well, here, I'll show you what I've done so far. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but things are cleaner. I'm trying out a little turntable back there. That's not mine. I'm gonna have to buy my own if I want one, but we need all this storage back in here so we can get the rest of the stuff in. But I will take you on the tour when it's all done. I just got a brilliant idea. I bet a lot of you are saying, Natalie, you should be doing X. this whole time, and I'm about to do it, so here we go. So I thought it would be great to wash these huge drawers in the bathtub since they're too big for the sink, but it turns out that would only work well if I could move the faucet. Maybe I need one of those nozzles you can attach to the tub to wash dogs and babies. This is not easy. I ended up going back into the kitchen for all of the rolling drawers since they were smaller and made of glass. I did not want to risk dropping them in the bathtub. Let's put all of this away. We're almost done. Something is not right here. Maybe I should have paid more attention when I took it apart. After about 50 tries, I finally have all the drawers back in. It's time to stock up. So I'm curious, what is your favorite soda? I was a Coke girl my whole life, and then suddenly I've switched to Dr. Pepper. I think that Texas has changed me. Let's remember what the refrigerator looked like before, and now we're going to see the after. Okay, ready? Here is the fridge. Now, it may not look like a major transformation, but the thing is that everything is so much cleaner now, and there is some open space, as you can see. I also did some rearranging just to make things more functional. So let me just go through that real quick. We've got butter. These are all condiments. These are all open drinks, so things don't get to go here until they're open. They have to get stored. And then these are more like alcoholic drinks, although I know the orange juice isn't, it wouldn't fit. And then down here is usually, we just keep some water bottles, but right now it's got dressing that's gonna go with my mother-in-law, and then that's our grease thing. So that's the thing right now. A lot of this is gonna come out eventually, but here's the plan for the space. So this is an open space, a working space. In the back will be, I don't know if you can see, any drinks that are unopened. And then here is supposed to be like this is what we're cooking with tonight. So it's just gonna be an open space to put things until, you know, if we have something really big like a cake or something, it can go right there. The second shelf is for leftovers. It's on eye level because this is what we want to be coming in here and eating. So that is all leftovers. We have a ton right now from food that we ordered over the weekend, so that needs to be eaten up. This is a work in progress here. We just bought up a bunch of stuff at the beginning of quarantine, like cinnamon rolls, and just we shopped with no plan. We just shopped out of panic, and so we still have all this stuff. So we're gonna start using these up on the weekend. But this is going to be more of my ingredient shelf. You can see it says condiment jars. I'm experimenting with this little tiny turntable back here. This is my mother-in-law, so I think I might order one just to keep some stuff back there. And then this shelf right here, all of that is going to my mother-in-law's. None of that is ours. So I just made a pile for her, and then we keep eggs here. Now in the drawers, oh my gosh, bane of my existence, this right now it says open cheese and meat. That is pretty much what it is, open cheeses and meat, because we literally had so much cheese it filled this entire drawer. So we've graduated now. I know this says vegetables, but I need to switch it. This is all unopened cheese, but also other dairy things. There's an insane amount of stuff in here. So half of that's gonna go with my mother-in-law. Honestly, I think all of it was hers, and then we just got more. So that drives me crazy, but you know what? For right now, it is what it is. We don't want to waste any food. And then I need to switch the label, but this is going to be our vegetable drawer. So my kind of hope is once we have this fridge back to ourselves, this will stay with like the meats and cheeses, but they will all fit in here. When it's just the two of us, they can. This will probably be vegetables, and this will be fruit. It's the smallest one because I'm the only fruit eater, but we both eat tons of vegetables. So that is the plan for now, and it is time to do the freezer. Oh man.
I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, and it's not a lie.
So the freezer should be pretty easy because I already went downstairs to the other freezer and wrote down literally everything that's in there. It's all fresh. It didn't need to be cleaned. I just needed to know what was in there. And then I'm going to, as I take stuff out of this freezer and take it downstairs, add to my totals. Basically, we have categories like vegetables, meats, full meals that are like just ready to pop in the oven or the microwave, individual meals, and we do have some ice cream and some bread. So that's essentially, we have a bunch of snack stuff like pizza rolls. Again, when quarantine started and my mother-in-law was moving in with us, we like panic bought, which is not how I usually am. So we do have a lot of stuff. And since it's in the freezer, I'm not trying to like go through it fast or anything, but in the coming weeks as we make our meal plan, if we have a night where we're gonna be super busy or maybe we are just tight on our budget, we can pull from that, and that's why it's there, for not emergencies, but you know, just to have. So I'm gonna go through this freezer hoping it will be pretty fast, and I'm going to maybe cut a few corners here on cleaning up because I think that everyone is coming back in like 30 minutes. And this is taking me a lot longer than I thought. So I might just spray and wipe in there. We've never had a spill. Well, that's not true. You know what? I'm gonna try. So let's get started. The freezer really did go pretty quickly. I added everything in here to my freezer stock list. You can find a blank printable for this on my blog.
If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. I am running for you. I am running for you.
I wanted to show you real quick my freezer burritos here. These are some that I just put in a plastic bag. I don't suggest this because they do kind of stick together, but the way that I do them now, this was my video on Monday if you didn't catch it, is I put them in this big container. You can see they look pretty great. I separate them with wax paper. I think they're like 3 deep in here. And then just to double make sure that it's freezer safe, I put this saran wrap before I close this. I got this container at Walmart, and I will make sure that it's really closed up before. But the other thing that I like to freeze are peanut butter and jelly. And I know these look absolutely disgusting right now, but I really liked having them for lunches when I had super busy weeks at work. I would just make up a bunch at the beginning of the week and then take them out. And they would be thawed by lunch. And they really aren't soggy or dry. Of course, these have been in the freezer for a while, so that could be different, but when I make them ahead for the week, it's totally fine. Okay, here's the freezer. Remember how it was before? It was so jam-packed, and now it is so nice and empty. I couldn't do this the same as the fridge because my mother-in-law's heading home right now, and I couldn't get these shelves out, and I can't open the door enough because our pantry's right there to get that out. So, oh well, saved by the bell, I guess. I did try to wipe it out, but the way the freezer works right now is we've got breakfast stuff on top, we've got snacks and desserts, we've got some dairy. This is open, that's why this is up here. And then the vegetables we're gonna use for this week, I'm taking the other ones downstairs. And then just some other random open things. Really, I'm gonna try to have this freezer be what we're getting more regularly, plus like open things, and have the other freezer be the one that holds most of our stuff. The final thing I needed to do was wipe down the outside of the fridge. The vinegar and water spray works great on stainless steel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that cleaning out of the fridge. I am exhausted. I underestimated how long it would take. I still want to go back through the list that I made and make it like nice. I'm gonna type it up so I have it with me when I'm meal planning, but that is for another day. Let me know if you guys would like to see me purge another area of my kitchen. I'm thinking the pantry could really use it, plus make an inventory, because that would help me a lot when I am planning meals over the next little while here. But don't forget to go check out Rebecca's video. I'll have it linked down below. And thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you on Monday.